Charlie Tobler reporting live. Today I'm going to be asking Reese some questions about 2020. What is your favorite thing about 2020?
My favorite thing that happened in 2020 was that we got a new dog, and he's very cutesy and I love him.
What is one of the things you learned through the experiences during 2020?
That you should always be faithful and know that you are gonna be fine.
What is one of the hardest things you overcame in 2020?
One of the hardest things I overcame in 2020 was not being able to hang out with my friends. I didn't want to spread coronavirus everywhere. It was really difficult for me at first, but I got through it, so.
What word would you choose to describe 2020?
The word I would choose to describe 2020 would be a growing and learning experience for all of us.
Okay, those are all the questions I have for you today. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And I'll see you back next time. Hi, I'm Chelsea Pent, and I'm here to interview my grandma about 2020. What was your favorite thing about 2020?
Can I say 3 things?
Sure.
Okay. I think for my very, very favoriteest thing, I'd have to say that I got to float in the Great Salt Lake. I'm 62 years old. I've lived in Utah all my life, but I've never floated in the Great Salt Lake before, and I did it this summer. It was really fun. My second fun thing that I did with Chelsea and Brianna and Ian, we hiked to the top of the tall mountain by our house, and we put a rock on the very top and looked all over the whole valley, and that was really, really fun. And my third favorite thing was going to my son Kurt's Police Officer Academy graduation, where he was the outstanding achiever of his class.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is one thing you learned through your experiences during 2020?
I did learn a little bit of things more about technology that I've had to use at school because I'm a substitute teacher and also at home. And I've learned that I don't really like Zoom meetings as much as meetings in real life, but they are better than nothing, and I've learned how to use them.
What is one of the hardest things you overcame in 2020?
One of the hardest things is when everything got shut down, I had to just stay home and I was bored. So I had to learn to find some things to do with my time that were worthwhile. So I ended up joining a women's civic club meeting that goes around doing service. And another thing that I learned was that every single day, each day, when you get up in the morning, you have to choose whether you're going to have faith and whether you're going to have a positive attitude. And that's not always easy, but if you do choose to have faith and a positive attitude and an eternal perspective, your day is definitely better.
What word would you choose to describe 2020?
I would choose the word historic and also unique. This past year will be one that all of us remember, and they'll talk about it in history classes.
Thank you for letting me interview you about 2020.
Thank you for interviewing me. It was very lovely. You did a great job.
All right, so today I am interviewing the celebrity Heber Ross, and I'm going to ask you a few questions about 2020, all right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite thing about 2020?
Among Us.
Very insightful answer. What is one thing you learned through your experiences during 2020?
That masks actually can be really warm.
Very insightful answer again. What is one of the hardest things you overcame in 2020?
Cold I had.
Pretty sure most of us can identify with that. What word would you choose to describe 2020?
Stupid.
Very insightful answer. Again. Now, that will be it for our news. Now, Mercy will tune us in with our weather report.